I got my tissues. I was so caught off guard with episode 6. I brought these just in case, because I do not want to be caught off guard again with that emotional trauma from the last episode. My goodness. Welcome, Cinepals. I'm Jabby Kaway, joined by Andrew Flash Gordon.
What's up?
We are continuing forward with the finale of Derry Girls.
So sad.
Series finale, as far as I can tell. Season 3, episode 7. Thanks so much for joining. If you're watching this on YouTube, as I always tell you, you guys know this spiel. If you wanted to watch this on Patreon or memberships, you can. We're going to get into this. Here we go.
You turn 18 this week.
So believe.
Happy birthday.
And also with you.
Right.
Yeah, every time someone says happy birthday to me, I'm like, oh, you too. I always make that dumb mistake.
So you need to read this before the vote?
Is it any good?
Well, I mean, as peace treaties go.
Because I've just finished The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and...
Yeah, it's not as good as that. There you go. Use it wisely.
Walkman, jeez.
10p mix, please.
That'll be 12 pence.
12 pence for a 10p mix?
It's called inflation, kid.
Oh, she works at Dennis's shop? Wow. Oh, man, VHS Blaz.
That's what you had to do back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
Too real.
Reading Hamlin and that, I love it.
Our lives will never be the same again.
Oh, microwave?
Was that their first microwave? Is that the idea?
I'm guessing, yeah. I can understand that, praying in front of a TV with sports. I can totally relate.
Have you made any friends yet?
A few. Are they better than us?
Too long a pause, Claire.
They're just very different. Everything's different here. And I get why Mommy wanted to move. Derry just reminded her of Daddy too much.
Aww.
At least I'll be back for your 18th.
It's not my 18th, is it? It's Orla's 18th. My 18th was 3 months ago, but our tight hole Maz wouldn't pay for 2 parties, so instead they've just...
Oh, it's too real. That's what my mom does.
For years we have been divided. Inflicting pain on each other.
Are the IRA famous for their swordsmanship?
Hate, fear, pain, death.
Look at Sister Mary.
Lovers.
Boke, projectile, boke.
Let's put the past behind us. And let's choose hope.
It's working on Michelle.
Thank you.
The conflict here has led to so many terrible atrocities, and now we must add your play to that list.
Oh, Sister Mary.
We're being avant-garde.
Is that like a type of monkey?
Yes, no.
Tell me you haven't just invited girls from school. There better be fellas at this thing. Otherwise it's going to be a total festival of the family.
Your party's never going to compete with my party.
And there we go.
Aren't you worried that nobody's going to show up?
Oh, yeah, Jenny, it's a huge concern.
Makes sense she's so egotistic like that. She's Janet Joyce, formerly O'Shea's daughter.
Oh my god!
What?
River dance!
She's helping river dance perform at her 18th birthday party.
Whoa.
Why does everyone lose their shit over river dance? It's just Irish dancing, only they wave their arms about a bit.
I think I've got a handle on the basics. Everyone sit down.
I'll have a look at it later, Joe.
Sit! So as far as I can make out, this thing has 2 main aims. Firstly, to stop us all killing one another.
Fair enough.
And secondly, to allow us to govern ourselves from here rather than England.
From Derry.
God, but I am freezing.
Wonder why?
Well, Jerry, I didn't want to say anything, but you're a bit tight with the old heating now. We could all be doing with a bit of a blast.
You heard the man?
We are running dangerously low on bamboo now, folks.
Are you doing like half monkey life, half literary greats?
Is that Claire?
I mean, we could really be doing with some clarity here, people. Because I'm starting to think you guys haven't thought this through. Michelle?
Is that your Uncle Colin?
That's Samuel Beckett.
One born bastard looks much like another, I suppose.
It does look like him.
Does look like home.
What was the face all about?
What face?
Earlier, when Dennis was talking about Niall, you did a face.
I didn't do a face.
You did a face, Aaron. You did a face like this.
I would never do that. That face, it isn't even on my repertoire.
Oh, it's on your repertoire, all right, Aaron. I've seen you whip it out over a dozen times. Usually when you find something hard to believe.
It was just when you said that you didn't want to get your hopes up.
Yeah.
You don't actually think you should get out, do you?
Who's my brother?
He killed someone.
I know that, Aaron.
I'm not sure we should be talking about this.
Isn't this exactly what we should be talking about? I mean, we have to...
It wasn't supposed to happen the way it did.
I'm sure that poor man's family takes great comfort in that.
These things, they're not black and white, Aaron.
Aren't they?
Awkward. Oh, God, it's so awkward. And for your information, Aaron, I didn't agree to snog that fella so you would have a commitment play at your pishy party. I agreed to snog him because he's a massive ride. James!
So, how are things now? What's happening?
It's really, really bad.
Why does he have a beauty mask?
I'm mumbling.
Why are you mumbling?
Because Michelle's upstairs and I don't want her to hear me.
Who are you talking to, James?
Oh, Christ.
Hi, Michelle.
I'm never, ever speaking to that kid again. Ever.
Well, that's a start. Not a great start. Oh, hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Claire. Oh, hi.
Yeah, I'm good, grand, thanks. Never been better. Michelle? Haven't even thought about Michelle. It's sort of like, who's Michelle?
Be needy, apologise.
You think I should apologise?
Shit, no, what did I do?
I'm not apologising.
No, look. You're telling me you don't want Michelle to come to your party?
She doesn't want me to come to her party. Well, she can stick her party up her hole.
Shit, Claire. What are you going to tell Erin?
Well, I can't tell her Michelle thinks she should stick her party up her hole.
Oh, does she know you? Michelle's not speaking to me. And now the commitment's pulled out. The lack of commitment, that's what she should call herself.
Oh, God, Orla.
We don't need the commitment and we don't need Michelle. This party is going to be amazing, with or without them.
Nobody there.
Splitting the booking just made sense, you know. Price-wise. We are not sharing our 18th birthday party with a first communion, do you? I cannot believe this, Mommy.
Everything I do it for you.
Is that right, Brian Adams?
And maybe you'll realise that.
Oh, don't even.
When I'm dead.
Seriously.
Oh, great. I had to whip out the oil. You'll be sorry when I'm dead cured. Happy days.
I actually didn't like that line just because of what just happened with Claire's.
Yeah.
Check. Ulster bus timetable.
So dramatic.
So did you just make your first communion today then?
No, we dress like this every day.
It's just nice to have something positive to focus on.
No word of when you'll be able to move back in?
Not as yet, no. But as I said to the builders, I'm in no great rush. Happy enough where I am.
Grandson.
Oh, Jerry.
100, 110, 120.
Did you just make 120 quid?
Why, how much did you make?
50.
50? I wouldn't go in my bed for 50. And to my cousin Jenny's 18th, the commitment's plan.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, she's Jenny's cousin?
Hi and welcome to Jenny Joyce's party. Name, please.
Michelle Mallon. I may have put him down as Fanny Features.
Ah, there we are. Welcome.
We're going to see Jenna Joyce, formerly O'Shea.
We've just discovered a black mark on the floor of the master ensuite. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask everyone to remove their shoes.
Welcome to Jenny Joyce's party. Name, please.
Erin Quinn.
No RSVP.
You're not on the list.
So I can't come in?
Hello.
Just hop the wall. The wall's not that tall. There you go.
Ah.
I just had a check with Jenny. Welcome and enjoy.
Oh, man. She's going to refuse to abandon post.
Sister Michael, you may speak. Hello, Bishop.
Is her dress dirty at all?
It looks like it.
I'm sure she's having a great time here.
I really don't think she is, Erin.
You know, I've never even visited Niall. My mum won't let me. She won't even say his name anymore. He had a son. We found that out later. I'm sorry, Michelle. You weren't wrong. I mean, you weren't right either.
Do you want to get out of here?
Can we take that wee tiny horse? I'm glad Jenny's party was so cracker. And all it did was make me realise I'd still rather just be standing here on the walls with you guys.
At last!
I was like, when is she gonna show up?
Yeah.
Claire, what happened? I lost my timetable, the bus broke down, fan bell snapped, all these old women were taking their tights off and handed them to the driver, and he was like, this isn't a film, I'm not a mechanic. Then I finally get to the parish home and I get cornered by your Uncle Colin. You went to Jenny Joyce's house, and then when I got there, the weirdest thing happened.
Oh no, they all left, I think. I did try and warn her.
And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be a pity if there was a blackout? Either the party's over or we relocate it.
Jesus, Claire, where the hell is this gaff? Oh my God!
Looks like your party's gonna be the biggest night of the year after all, girls.
Claire, you little lesbian legend!
Go Claire.
What's with all the tiny brides?
Did you get your head around this referendum thing yet?
That's what you think that's important.
People died, and they were someone's mother, father, daughter, son. Nothing can ever make that okay. And the people who took those lives, they're just going to walk free. You know, what if we do it and it was all for nothing?
What if no one else has to die? What if all this becomes a ghost story? You'll tell your Waynes one day. A ghost story they'll hardly believe.
Oh, is that Dennis there?
Sister, you missed the first communion.
I'm devastated. Try and force me to, and there'll be an awful fuss, I said. I'll make sure of it, I said.
And what did he say?
He didn't say much.
Slauncher.
Polling stations across the country will open shortly, and the Good Friday Agreement will be put to the people.
There's a part of me that wishes everything could just stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
That we could all just stay like this forever. I'm not sure I'm ready for it.
Crime is crime is crime. It is not political, it is crime.
We have to move on, and we have to grow up. We need to change for the better. So we have to be brave.
Liam Neeson? Jeez.
On behalf of the government, indeed on behalf of our country, I am deeply sorry.
My name is Neil Young, brother of John, who was murdered on Bloody Sunday and has now been vindicated as innocent.
Ah, that's Orla.
Yes, 71.12%.
Breaking turnout, an overwhelming majority. The people of Northern Ireland have spoken. The country has just taken its first step into the future.
Aww.
What?
I was not expecting that.
It's with the Canadian cousin?
Sorry to disturb you. We've discovered some old mail. It was intercepted en route to the White House back in the 90s, then somehow lost its way. But this was addressed to you.
Thank you so much.
Chelsea Clinton. What? They got her for this?
Dear Chelsea, our names are Aaron, Orla, Claire, Michelle, and James, and we come from a place called Derry. We understand you will soon be traveling here with your ma and da, and if they're anything like our parents, well, you'll be bored out of your tree. We thought you might like to hang out with us. We were also thinking it must be pretty difficult for a girl like yourself to meet boys. Being the president's daughter would intimidate a lot of fellas, we imagine. So if you want to practice any moves on James, feel free. He's all yours. Anyway, let us know and have a safe flight. Aaron, Orla, Claire, Michelle, and James. P.S. We think your hair is absolutely cracker.
I can't believe they got Chelsea for that.
The only disappointment I have is that James and Aaron didn't get their kiss. You know, they didn't get to work that out, but it's fine. Overall, I really like the show a lot. It had a lot of laughs, a lot of emotional moments. It's caught me by surprise. I thought that this was a wonderful little journey. It's too bad that they couldn't keep this going longer and have a whole like Friends length, you know, like 10 seasons or something like that. But, you know, better leave early on a high note than overstay your welcome.
Definitely.
I enjoyed the crap out of it, from the writing to the acting, the directing, the, you know, diving into the real stuff going on at the same time, setting this on the backdrop of some real world politics that's like much larger than any of the characters involved, but sort of involving the characters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's such a cool idea that there's this epic thing happening and these people are just kind of focused on the microcosm of their own lives, and it's like, yeah, that's happening, but this is what's important right over here. And I feel like that's very real, you know, because oftentimes when you have a historical thing, you're focused on the historical event in that history, whereas this is like taking place during a historical event, but it's not focused on that. That's just happening in the background and sometimes impacts their lives.
Yeah, definitely. No, I agree with you. I'm not as upset with you about the whole Aaron and James thing because I just assumed that they ended up together.
Sure.
I'm more upset that we didn't get to see Jeanette Joyce, formerly O'Shea. That joke's never going away. I'm just going to say that for the rest of my life. Thank you to Derry Girls for teaching me that. I didn't know what to expect when you said, hey, we're going to watch Derry Girls. I'm like, I don't know what that is. But then after the first episode, I'm like, all right, I'm loving the humor. But I love how just like all the characters were fleshed out and just getting to spend time with these girls that I grew so invested in. And also big shout out to this episode for the Cool Runnings thing. I love that movie so much. 1993, directed by John Turteltaub, who also did Three Ninjas, Phenomenon, and also The Meg, everyone's favorite shark film.
Yeah, Cool Runnings is definitely part of my
it's
childhood.
one of my favorite Disney films ever, so I'm glad that they reference. Have you not seen Cool Runnings? This was a very emotional series finale. It's better to go out on a high note than overstay your welcome, as you mentioned. So from that perspective, I can understand that. And it makes sense that they would want to end it like around that 1998 mark when the whole Good Friday Agreement thing happens.
It also gave us opportunities to kind of reflect, not just through nostalgia, but like our own childhood and whatnot. I think that despite the fact that this is, you know, targeted at a particular demographic, there's a lot here that's quite universal. Whether it's to family or, you know, growing up, dealing with friends, the sort of conflicts that you might come across. It's dealing with the human condition. It's all very relatable. And even the stuff that's not quite relatable, it's still fun. And, you know, I really appreciated what I was able to extract from this. Just emotionally, I was not expecting. It's definitely been one of my favorite experiences from Netflix, from TV. I wish it went on longer, but I get why they ended when they did.
Definitely. Also, too, I love that Liam Neeson. I mean, obviously he's Irish, so I can understand him wanting, hey, I want to have that moment, like, of pride, like, with just celebrating for the Good Friday Agreement, like, to be in that moment in that episode. I totally get why you'd want to be there just for that 20-second cameo, and I'm glad that they did get him back. I love this show so much. I'm so glad we got to do it together and react to it in front of you guys. So this was a pleasant, fun experience, and I really, really love this show a lot.
Hey guys, thank you so much for being part of this journey with us. Hopefully you enjoyed our reaction and discussions. I am Jabby Kawai. This is
Andrew Flash Gordon.
Peace out.